Okay guys, so I had these brass bookends that my grandmother gave me, and I, like a dodo, painted them an oiled bronze because I thought that would go better with my decor at the time. But I've been watching a lot of videos and how brass is coming back in. Like I have my brass captain's wheel there. So I'm going to do that technique where they, I guess it's a new thing, where they do the oven cleaner, they spray them, and then the paint's supposed to come right off. Now I have tried this technique with a picture that I painted that was an Italian, made in Italy, hand painted, whatever, and I ruined it with spray paint. So I did manage to get all the paint off of that, and I will include a photo for you guys to see how that turned out as well. So let's start working on this and see if I can bring them back to their original state. So we're just going to use this Easy Off oven cleaner. I think I watched in one video how they said the yellow can works better, but this one worked fine for the picture I used it on. So let's give it a shot. They say to let it sit for like 20 minutes, 20-30 minutes, so we'll let it sit, and then I'll come back with, I have a little bristle brush thingy and an old sponge, and we'll see how they turn out. It might take a couple coats of doing this, and then I need to turn them over and do the other side too, but I'm excited. Hopefully we can salvage these.
20 minutes later.
Look at that. Wow. That is pretty cool. And I had painted them a silver first and then repainted them. It was like a brushed nickel. I painted them first, and then I painted them the oiled bronze. That's why that is kind of lighter. But look at that brass underneath. Oops. So I may have to hit that again to get that other layer off, because it's definitely getting that first layer off. And the reason I had to use a wire brush, of course I didn't have to on the picture I did, but there's such intricate detail and like lines like a real shell in here, and you really need something pretty coarse and like that to get in there. So I'm going to get the first coat off and then spray it again. To get the second coat off. So let's do the second one real quick, and then we will spray them again and wait. But they're coming out really nice. Look at that. Look at that beautiful brass. Okay guys, so this is what we have. Can you tell I'm from the Midwest? Hey you guys! I always say you guys. You guys! Okay, now I used to live in North Carolina, and I said y'all for a while. That was the funniest accent. You mix a Midwestern accent with a Southern accent. My ex-husband, he was a native of North Carolina, and nobody made fun of me more than him. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to catch myself every time I say it. But I think they're nice and saturated. So we are going to let them sit another 30 minutes. And then we're going to flip them over, and we're going to start the process on the other side. I don't know how much they're sprayed on the inside, but I know they're sprayed. So I'm assuming I always, you know, do everything 100%, nothing ever, you know, half arse there. So, all right, well, we shall wait.
20 minutes later.
All right, so it looks like, look at that, guys. Wow.
We're making a mess in my sink. I think, not gonna rinse it off just yet, but I think all you do is just like then wash it with soap and water. That's what I did with the pitcher. So there are some areas I maybe didn't get that great. So I would say this was definitely a success. Oh, I totally painted the inside, so we gotta work on that too. Look at that. I feel like I found like a diamond, you know? Or like gold. I feel like I found gold. I am making a mess. It's all over my wall. Definitely probably an outside project. Probably. But it'll come. It's not bad. So I was able to save these. So that's awesome. So I am going to wash these up and then just to see. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray the inside just because I want it all to have its beautiful brass shine back. And I think these did have a little patina to them. But I don't know what, once I get these all washed off, I'll be, you know, curious to see what exactly they look like. So there you have that.
Okay guys, so we are going to, I cleaned up the sink because it was pretty splattered. So I'm going to go ahead and spray these. Okay. So it was kind of being stubborn around the edges there. Make that good. This is nice because it's the no fume, so it doesn't stink up your house. Alright, so we'll wait another 20 minutes. That seems to be the magic time. And we'll check back.
20 minutes later.
Okay guys, so we got round 2. Well, actually this is the first round on the back side. So we're getting the first layer of the oiled bronze off. And, ooh, look at that. came off in like a big old chunk.
I'm sure one more time like we did the front.
Okay, so I'm getting the last. It's funny, this turned all black. Probably some kind of chemical reaction. Look at that. Just comes right off. Ah! Gotta be careful with these brushes. They're sharp. Keep stabbing myself. And there's still some patina on there. But I think that looks really good. Move it up a little bit. So yeah, just like around the edges. It's where where it really couldn't sit that great. Because it was on that ledge. So it didn't really want to stay on there. It kept wanting to, you know, roll off. And then same with these edges here. So it's not taking hardly anything to get it off. But I can put some new felt on the bottom here. But I would say actual like man time, you know, that it took to work on this is literally as long as this video is. Maybe a little bit of editing out, a few seconds here and there. And this might have been like an antique brass. Maybe that is like what's over it. I don't know. Or just the patina, naturally. Knowing my grandmother, these were as shiny as a diamond, or she wouldn't have bought them. She never knew that I painted them. She probably would have been mad at me. She probably would have been real mad at me. But don't worry, Grandma. I fixed it. Paint no more. Well, she doesn't know. My grandmother is 92 years old. And when she was getting older, she started going through things. She was still in her house. And she was just slowly starting to give things away. And she sold her big family home and went into like a smaller apartment. And now she's since had a stroke, but she's still good. She just needs help, so she needs assistance now. She's in her assisted living, or more than, for her, she's in the nursing home. Okay, guys. So I would say that this technique worked. I don't know if there's another technique that would have been quicker, but I feel like if anything, this was gentle. There might be like some of that silver, the brushed nickel, like really in those grooves. Okay guys, I might give them one more quick spray and get the, because when they start to dry, it almost looks like powdery in just little certain areas where I think there might still be, like right here, there's still, there's all these little grooves. And I think there might be some paint yet in there. So I might give them one more quick spray, and then I won't bother you guys with that anymore, and I will give you a final look of them when I get all done.